Well, hello, my name is Daniel Katholinis. I graduated in 1992, and I'm an artist and filmmaker.
I'm Bernadette Jobs. I was in the class with Daniel, um, and I make jewelry and silversmithing.
My name is Aaron Markoff. I graduated from Keystone in 1993. I think this year's 30 years. I currently own my own graphic design company in South Florida and deal mostly as an in-house designer for Red Bull Energy Drink is my main client, but I deal mostly in all beverage industry.
My name is Crystal Wagner. I graduated in 2002 from Keystone, and I am currently a professional artist based out of Los Angeles, California. Also a visiting professor of art at Texas A&M University in Laredo.
My name is Modi. I was at Keystone from 2001 to 2003. And I'm currently working for my own design studio. And I do creative consultant for companies like Saks of Fifth, large retail companies.
My time at Keystone College was incredibly important to the foundation of who I am artistically. As a professional artist, I travel the world creating large-scale installations, and I also work on tiny sculptures that I sell through my galleries. All of my work is based on the core of what it means to bring yourself to the work. At Keystone College, I was able to really hone my technical skills, and that's one of the things that I loved so much about my time there, was that there was such an emphasis on understanding the foundations of what it means to be an artist. And I continue to celebrate that and honor it in my practice even today, where technical execution, craftsmanship, and refinement are things that are evident in my own practice, whether it's large scale or small.
I feel that Keystone squeezed 4 years of education into two. The foundation there was fantastic because I went on to other schools and saw that I was at the time Keystone was only a 2-year school, and I'm assuming it's four. I think it's 4 years now, but it was only 2 years. So I was jumping in as a junior in the other college, and realized that I had learned so much more at Keystone than the other kids had learned at these other so-called prestigious schools.
When I was at Keystone, Keystone was a 2-year college for the arts program. And in those 2 years, I really built a very solid foundation and explored different media such as photography and sculptures and drawing, painting. So I think it really kind of helped me to become confident in my creative abilities.
How Keystone had affected my life and career is a total game changer. I would say when I reached Keystone, I saw things differently. I saw life differently. I learned how to see, and I learned how to make art. I would say that was the beginning of my new life.
My time at Keystone allowed me to approach everything in life from a creative perspective. I'm currently self-employed, and it has taught me how to see every part of my life as one giant sculpture.
All three of them have affected me and my artwork for many years to come since I was at Keystone. I would say that Bill taught me how to make things. Bill taught me how to formulate structure, see things differently. I would say Carl helped me design. Carl helped me get that good view from behind my eyes and take a look at what it is to be a creative person. Not just in the field of drawing, but also in art history. I mean, his art history class was phenomenal, and that influenced me very greatly over the years. And I would say Cliff taught me the difference between form and function, and I still use that today. And I look at modern products and things that are out in the commercial world, and I'm always saying, well, I don't think Cliff would like that because it doesn't function very well, although the form is pretty cool.
I would say that what I got from Bill was, if it doesn't come out the way that you thought you were making it come out, to just have a good attitude and get the next lump of clay and start over. Just keep going. Don't stop. I learned so much from Cliff. It's really hard to narrow it down. Just the diversity of skills that I got to learn from him. He allowed me to work in small scale when I was in the studio, which most of the students weren't. So he was able, I think all of them were able to see each individual student and where to direct them to. And with Carl, I feel like it's the overall composition, like the history of art, all of it. And within a singular plane, what are you composing? What are you putting in there?
They're just all very, very creative people, but I think that they stuck to the foundations of art, and they really gave us the I'm a firm believer in order to like abstract and have really good ideas, like you have to really learn how to do the basic stuff first before you can start tearing it apart. And I think that they gave it an insane great foundation for us to then take it on in the world and abstract it from there. That includes all of them. When I look at the whole thing, I just think of it, it was like almost meant to be for me to be there. And I just saw so many great artists come through there, and it's a testament to all of them that went off to do great things. I think that they would all say the same thing that I'm saying now.
I think I was very lucky to be able to study with all three professors. Carl, he took us outside of the classroom. We did a lot of drawing in nature on campus. I think he really taught me the power of observation. With Cliff, I studied with Cliff, I studied sculpture and 3D design. I really enjoy his critiques because he doesn't really give you the answer of a problem. He kind of try to make you think on your own. So sometimes he would reply to my question with a question, and then I think the great thing of that is really makes me think on my own about how to problem solve. So I really enjoyed that. With Bill, unfortunately, I wasn't brave enough to take a ceramic class when I was at Keystone, and it's my deepest regret. But Bill has given me so many advices on my artwork in passing, because he had his studio on campus, so it's next to our drawing studios, and we run into him all the time, and he's very kind and very generous with his time, and always giving us advices. And I was lucky enough to take a trip with Bill and Didi and Word and Carrie to China. We really enjoyed, our time there together. So we kind of became a very close friends, and we're still in touch today. And, I just think I have the deepest respect for Bill as a person and his craft as an artist. And I think he is really staying true to his authentic self, and that is very powerful for me to watch and learn from.
While I was at Keystone, I was able to take ceramics from Bill, and my experience in his class was very fulfilling in the fact that I was able to experiment with clay and develop a relationship with him that revealed to me what my potential was, because he was very actively supportive in my own practice. He went out of his way to write letters of support for me before I even graduated to go to a different school. And I had a really important conversation with Bill, and I remember this distinctly because it's one of those things that stayed with me throughout my whole career. And he sat down with me, and I remember him saying, you could really be successful, but you have to let go of some of the things that I was holding on to. So I came from a very challenging environment in high school. So for me to have an honest conversation with a professor that saw the potential in me and encouraged me to push past it, it was a real honest moment that mattered. And it's one of the things that I hold very close to my heart because it has become not only a memory of importance, but also a significant shift in the way that I thought about my own career.